Man, what's going on, guys? GZTV back with another video, and as you can see by the title, as you can see by the thumbnail, this will not be a positive review. I watched an hour and a half to 2 hours of this movie, and I was like, what the fuck am I even watching? What's even happening? What is this story? I have so many bad things to say about this movie. Just a classic example of Hollywood just not making good art and just trying to go for money, trying to go for ticket sales. I mean, this is not good for Hollywood at all. I mean, obviously, there are people that like this and they're saying good things about it, probably because they're being paid to. This is not a good movie. I can appreciate all the special effects, and sure, in the first movie, again, good special effects, but that movie was actually good. Like, I remember that movie actually being good. I don't know if they've worn down this concept of, like, humans going to Pandora trying to live the life of a Naji, however, Anahi, however the fuck you say their name. I don't even care at this point. That's how like less I care about this movie. I do not want to see this movie again. I mean, there's no definitive plot. Like, nothing is attention grabbing, nothing is gripping. The performances, I mean, obviously you can't really do performances with I mean, it's just voice acting. The animations, nothing is like gripping in the show at all. I was like never really interested. I gave this movie a chance, guys. Like I said, I watched this for an hour and a half or 2 hours in between that kind of time frame, and I'm like, dude, what is this? Why am I even watching this movie? There's movies with good, because the thing is there's movies with good special effects, and it's an actual good movie, and it has a good story, and you can tell they spent time on the script. This movie, it's like, oh, you butthead, like, what is this dialogue? What is going on? This is the most corny ass movie I've ever seen. This is the worst. Like, is this the? I don't know. Is this the worst movie I've seen on this channel? Maybe not necessarily, but is it? Is it the movie I've been? I mean, I've not been anticipating it. I've not been anticipating the review because the first, like, watching for the first like 20 minutes, it's just like a montage of like what the hell is happening and in this area. It's like, okay, we don't give a shit. Get to the story. What's gonna distinct this from other movies? And it just never got to that point. I mean, it's like the science guys, aka the humans, trying to like invade their land. It's like so uninteresting, and they're trying to like they're turning people into one of the avatars so they can experiment with humans and make them like immortal or something. I guess that's kind of cool. I mean, there's aspects of this movie that are cool, but like the execution is just terrible. All we're looking at is special effects, and it's like, holy shit, how did they do this? They created this whole new world. Like, I don't know, like, are people really saying super positive shit about this? And by the way, this video isn't going to be long. It's just me like talking shit because I don't know. This movie acts like CGI never existed, and even when the movie came out in what, 2011, 2012, the original, special effects were existing. People were making CGI characters. Like, where do you think the Predator mask and all like the talons came from? It was a CGI effect. It's not like they had like a bionicle arm, like bionicle fangs on his face. It was actually CGI. I could probably think of more examples, but like, and especially now that you're just trying to exploit your movie for special effects. Like, have you seen all of the Marvel movies? You know what they did with Thanos, what they've done with Groot, all these like unhuman characters. Like, this is just wrong. This is just flat out wrong to just make a movie and say, oh, here's the special effects, enjoy. Sure, it's visually pleasing, and if you want something playing in the background, sure, go for it. I'm not super opposed to that, but I don't know. Are there any positives to this movie? I'm not really sure. There were a couple of like interesting moments in the movie, I guess. I know I'm kind of like contradicting myself. Well, what even is there to say? I don't know. James Cameron, I think that's his name, thinks he like really did something. And by the way, they're planning on making 2 more movies, and you can almost guarantee that those movies are going to be like, hey, let's just exploit this movie for special effects and not add anything interesting. Because how the fuck are you going to make a CGI character emotionally acceptable or like emotionally relatable or emotionally attractive or someone that the audience can invest in for the story. How are you going to do that? The entire movie is full of CGI characters except for this kid. And this kid he's not doing shit either. Like, I don't know, man. I'm trying, man. I'm trying to enjoy this series. I loved the first movie. Again, like I said, I think the first movie was good, but if this was a standalone franchise, and yeah, if this was a standalone franchise, I really wouldn't mind it at all. But now they're gonna be like, okay, let's just do what the Fast and Furious did, and just at least a couple of the Fast and Furious movies were good compared to Avatar: Way of Water. Let's just do what they did. Keep on making more and more movies. The last movie's coming out in 2033. Like, okay, this isn't GTA 6. We don't really care to wait 10 years for another movie, another game, because it's not interesting. Like, it's not good, you know? They act like, oh shit, 2033 is going to come. It's going to be this monumental, like, time capsule moment. All of the OG Avatar fans are going to come together and just fucking rejoice. Now, I'm sure this did great in the box office, but what is that really saying? What is it really saying? I mean, people just like visually attractive movies. And this is all opinion, by the way. You don't have to agree with me. But I will take a great storyline over... I would rather have a great storyline and, like, shitty directing, editing, all... Or, like, a good storyline, good concept with shitty directing, all of that, than, like, not even good directing, good CGI and effects, and a shitty story, and nothing, like, interesting. You know, and we've gotten cases of that on this channel, so I have nothing to say. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. I don't even know what to say about this movie at this point. I'm not watching the next one, unless people are saying it's like the best movie of all time, which they weren't saying about this. This movie was hardly even fucking talked about on social media or anywhere.